ready for questions.
All right.
Gilman started off, bonus points, good hustle awareness by Brooks, bonus points, and 5 stall calls will get you thrown out of a match. Good bonus points by our heavyweight. This was a team that came in and we knew what they were going to be about, and I would say if you're going to grade us based on how we opposed our style against their style, you know, we probably don't get a very good grade. And I don't know what reasons for that are, but we got to get ready to go. We got Rutgers coming in, similar. You know, the entire, the way the entire country's going to wrestle for the most part is very, very similar to that. There's certain places you're going to get called for stalling, and everything else you're going to be able to hold the mat and pick and choose. And Meyer got caught up in that a little bit. We got to move our feet better. And right now, I would say that we got to be ready to go when Rutgers comes in, because it's going to be very similar, and they believe in themselves as well.
There's a common thread between Gilman and Brooks with coming out right away. How much emphasis do the other guys need to put on first period points?
I think that they all are thinking the same way. I mean, you watch our guys are going forward, but you can't go forward walking into stuff, and we're a little heavy-footed or not ready to throw our legs back or whatever. You got to be light on your feet and be able to move, and not just in and out. It's got to be a lot of lateral motion, and you know, where you're like Peter Pan. Can't be like you have cement blocks on your feet. You know, you got to be like Muhammad Ali. You know, he go around behind you, hit you in the back of the head, then be out in front of you, hit you in the back of the head again when you turned around to see where he was hitting you in the back of the head. And we got guys that can wrestle that way, but for some reason a little bit heavy-footed tonight, and we need to improve.
Could you talk about what was exchanged there after the match with you and?
You know, Chris Bono, I would consider him a friend of mine off the mat, and he's a fiery competitor. You know, we're fiery competitors. There's a lot of history there, but I have a lot of respect for him as well. But I'm not gonna let guys, you know, tell us that that's how you win matches, you know, and then not retaliate when, you know, 5 stalling calls and get you thrown out of the bout. And that's how you win matches. So a little bit of chippiness there, but it's all, nothing wrong with a little chippiness amongst friends.
What's going on at 197? Why'd we forfeit tonight?
You can figure it out. I mean, I'm not going to tell you what's going on, but if Birak's not out there, then there's a reason for it. And, you know, he's a good student, and he does everything right. And if this was the right time of year or a different time of year, you know, he certainly would have been out there, just being safe and smart.
Do you expect him to be back for Rutgers?
We expect him to be back when we need him the most.
What are you seeing out of those midweights now through matches in the season?
Well, we need, you know, I mean, Cooper, ride and escape when you have to ride and escape and get back points. I mean, you had the guy in the back. I don't know if the referee gave a 1 count. It was definitely a 1 count. We didn't do enough to hold it for 2 counts. And then in that situation where it's topsy-turvy, scramble, you can't get reversed. And then if you do get reversed, you got to come up. You got to score. So we got to be able to escape, even though there's 26 seconds left and you're flat on your belly. And you got to be able to ride when it's time to ride. There were times in that match where he could have rode and really put that guy away. That guy was not feeling good out there. And we needed to capitalize on that. There's improvement there. I'm not, you know, giving him a stamp of an A+ or anything like that, but you know, you have to be a realist as well and say where there's improvement. When there's improvement, there's definitely improvement with him. Logan Ryan, you can't have your wrist ridden, and we got our wrist ridden to death. And if you're going to pick down, you better not like the down position. And I think if we pick down, we got to escape, obviously. But you can't take your time either. First takedown in that bout doesn't win that match. You got to wrestle the full 7, and you got to be good in all positions. And it's something that you know, you talk about those mid-weights. That's what we need to do. We need to be able to wrestle on the bottom. We need to be able to wrestle and ride and turn on top, and we need to be able to continue to wrestle the entire 7 minutes.
Any other questions?